Hello guys, in this video we have to discuss the data validation practically. Like in previous video, we discussed about data validation, right? What is the use of how we are going to create a data validation, how we are going to step into, right? So that theory part we discussed, right? Now we are going to see practically data validation, like a very simple example. Alt touch for the merge and center data validation. Okay, the centers bold into the font size. So data validation basically used for prevent the data like we discussed in the previous videos, the theory parts, alt H B A all water. Suppose here I'm taking a employee ID, employee name, salary, for example. Employee ID like A001, here name and salary should. So as we discussed, data validation basically prevent the cell, supposing the salary column. I want to apply the data validation. Right, so simple go to the data tab here. You can see data validation and click on the data validation option. So as you can see here, data validation dialog box appear in front of us. Here three section you can see setting, input, masses, error alert. Right. So in setting you can see validation criteria guys. Like you can see by default any values. Obviously in Excel by default we can enter number, text any specific values, right? So from here we're going to change like whole number, decimal means float. I mean 1.1, 1.2 like this you're going to use. Okay. After that you going to be next one. Say like a list, date, time, text length and custom. Okay. So first of all I'm going to take whole number. After that we are going to do the data type like between, not between, equals to, not equals to. So between, suppose I given this basic range, right? Like 5 to 10,000. So you can enter the value 5 to 10. Okay, less than, greater than, less than, greater than or equals to, less than or equals to. Okay. So I choose between, like minimum I given here 5,000, 5K. Maximum I given 10,000. Click OK. Make sure again I will click on the data validation and here you have to click on the check option. Okay, the checkbox. Read it. Apply the changes to all other cell with the same setting. I mean, it will going to apply to rest of them. If you not click, it will work for only individual. So make sure you have to click. After that, I'll go to the second option, input masses. Suppose I want to set input masses for each of the cell. So here you can see show input masses when cell is selected. I mean, once you over the cursor on the cell, it will show the input masses means which kinds of input we are going to enter that particular cell. When cell is selected, show the input masses, right? So suppose here I given user. You can give anything as per requirement. Input. Here I given you can enter the numbers only. Okay, click OK. Now you can see guys. Once you over the cursor, say each of the cell, I'll be able to see same the masses. I mean, we no need to write one by one for each of the cell. They get my point? You have to write only one time and then you can see. After then again you have to go to the data validation. Third one, error alert. So you can see show the error. Error means problem basically in programming language called error. But here you're going to show the error alert. After invalid data is entered, suppose if I enter invalid, what is invalid data which will not match with the range? Like we just said, the salary 5,000 to 10,000. So obviously user given 11, 12,000. So that is the invalid data, not a valid data, right? So here I given title like a invalid input. Here you can write you can enter the amount between 5K to 10K. Okay. Now let's enter the number now. Suppose I give in here 5,000. Suppose I give in here 10,000. So allowed it, you can see. Suppose I give in here 12,000, enter, get a notification. You can enter the amount between 5K to 10K only, not more than to that. Did you see? Click. You can click guys till you know see. Yeah, except you have to remove this value. Look at here. It will never allow. Did you see? Again, you go to the specific one, data validation. Here you can say stop. So 100% to stop. You can see showing the red signal cross. Second option, warning and information. This is really very, very important question for interview. Warning in that case, if this is a warning icon. Once you click information, this is an information icon. Right? So I just choose warning. In warning, it will give the warning, but it will allow the values, which was the invalid data. Like see, I choose warning. Suppose here I want to give it 12,000. Enter. Says given the warning. You can see warning dialog box appear in front of us. You can enter the amount between 5K to 10K only. Continue. If a yes, say just allowed it. This is not valid data. Same as for the information. This is invalid. We're going to find out which one is invalid. Just wait. Here, if I take information, okay. If I give another value here, suppose I give in here 13,000. Say, give a notification, okay, allowed it. But this both are the not valid data. How we are going to find out this not valid data? Click on this. Circle invalid data. Click on this. So you can see guys, it's just invalid data showing in the red circle. Okay, clear? So this is where you can find out the invalid data which is out of the range. Fine. Same way you go for the not between which one values not coming the range of 5,000 and 10,000. In that case, you're going to use the not between. Okay. Same way going for the date and time, like the date. Here, if I given the date, okay, date, time. So date if I given between like 1st Jan 2024 to 31st Jan 2024. So I can enter the date between 1st Jan to 31st Jan and not more than details. Okay. So make sure you have to select it first. Okay. And again click on the checkbox. Okay. Now if I give in the date like 1st Jan 2024, enter, allowed it. 31st Jan 2024, allowed it. If I give another date like 1st Jan 2025, you can see, right? Why? Because this one we just selected till here. So this two cell only working. Here I didn't select. So make sure you have to select properly. Okay. Again I select it and click on data validation. And here you can see click on the apply these changes. Okay. Date. Click OK. So make sure you have to be specified. Okay. Suppose here I given like 1st Jan 2025, allowed it. Here if I check 1st Jan 2025, not allowed. Why? Because I just select only this specific cell, not rest of that. See, user has restricted value can be entered into the cell. See, to never allow. You can do anything except you have to remove. Okay. So this is way 100% you're going to restrict yourself, guys. Okay. And you're going to work on it. Same way going for the time as well. You can set the time also. Like suppose you given 9 to 6 is work 9 to 6 only. Right. So in next video we are going to continue more. So thank you so much.